Kevin, you made the move back down to 155 after one fight. Just walk us through the decision-making process. I mean, why abandon it without maybe seeing it through a little bit further?
Yeah, I mean, it was inevitable that I was going to go back down. Even when I went up to 170, I mean, I fought the number 3 guy in that weight class at the time. So it was a good fight. But I just knew I was going to go back down, and the timing and everything worked out. More than anything, I just wanted to fight again this year. I've only got one fight in. So welterweight was getting a little muddy. It was time for me to go back down and make a change.
So with the move back down, I wonder, I mean, it has like nutrition and I mean, has it been like a bigger focus? Like, is this a key now?
No, to be honest with you, not really. Like, I tried to get a little bit bigger, you know. I did feel like the weight played a little factor in me going up. And it just didn't happen. I stayed low. I stayed, you know, around my natural body weight. So I've done this weight cut so many times, it's just going to be like second life. Me coming back down is really like me revitalizing my career and making sure these dudes know who's the king at lightweight.
Well, we saw you go through some hard ones. You know, that's what I think everybody's worried about, right? I mean, you know, are you willing to put yourself through all that again?
Shit, that's what I'm worried about. I'll be real with you. I'm worried about it too, but it's going to be nothing. I'm going to make the weight, and it's not going to be easy by any means, but I feel like that little bit of edge of having to do it is going to play a big factor in the fight too.
Talk about the change of scenery, change of training. I mean, can it bring something? Can you, develop your game in this short of a time, or does it take more time to see changes?
You know, I think it's a process for sure. Like, I'd be stupid to say, oh, it's already a finished product. Like, no, it's a process. This is going to be the first step, but it's a step in the right direction for sure. Like, I can already feel it. I can't see the future. You know, I can't see what's going to happen on Saturday night, but I just know from being in training camp and getting better each week, that you're going to see a completely different me. More, I've always had like the tools, but it's been hard for me to put them together, and I'm taking them steps to put them together now.
I was going to say, I mean, do you have to wait to see what the result is to know if it was successful or not, or can you just say already?
No, I can say just going through the training camp, I already know. It was a big success. You know, I think Faraz Zahabi is definitely a master of the sport, and he's the right guy. He's the guy for me, so that's really going to shine through.
Very cool. Well, this week, I mean, it's a big fight card, but you're not the main event.
Yeah.
No disrespect, because it's a big fight, but I mean, there's so many big fights. I don't even feel like you have to really play into the promotion or the story of the card or anything like that. And I wonder, is that good for you? Do you like not being the center of attention for once?
Hell yeah, it's way better. I love it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Each fight on this card, I think we've all like headline pay-per-views. That's what makes this card so big. And for me to open it, like, yeah, and I ain't gotta talk. I let Jorge and them guys do it. Cool, yeah, I'm cool with that.
I wonder, I mean, through the kind of struggles you had, I mean, did any of that have to do with, like, I don't want to say you were playing a character, you're just being you, but I mean, it felt like there was a lot of attention on you and a lot of responsibility on you to kind of promote and be this thing. Yeah. Did that affect your performance, you think?
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of pressure. I'm not going to say it affected my performance at all, but it does add stress to you, of course. Like, you know, it's not... It's almost like you got to emphasize who you are sometimes. You know, you gotta just make it bigger a little bit. And of course, I mean that's going to add stress. It's something that you actually have to do. You know, and when I can just go out there and just as I'm growing even more and understanding who I really am and accepting that, then it's adding a lot more to me.
Talk about this matchup. I mean, with Gregor, he's a tough guy, right? Doesn't have the name recognition that you have, but I mean, certainly anybody that knows the game knows he's tough. So when they came to this one with this fight, were you excited for it, or does it feel like, you know, you're kind of putting your name on the line? What did you think about it?
Yeah, hands down, this is the most dangerous fight I've ever taken in my life. Like, it's a guy who's really dangerous, and a lot of guys, like a lot of people on the inside know he's got a legit shot to even beating Khabib or anybody else in his weight class. He's the most decorated wrestler. The dude would be in the Olympics if it wasn't for Jordan Burroughs. So, you know, fighting somebody like that who not a lot of people know, which makes him even more dangerous, it's gonna be tough. So I've prepared 100% for this, and I already know, like, this is gonna be the toughest fight I've ever had.
Yeah. Talk to me about the stakes of this fight for you. I mean, we're not talking about contendership right now. We're talking about rebound, but I mean, is this about proving something to the doubters, the people that are against you? Is this proving something to yourself? I mean, what's on the line in this fight for you?
Yeah, it's proving something to myself more than anything. You know, this man's undefeated. Nobody's really figured him out yet. He ain't been beat, so he's gonna have that confidence that he's on the up and up. He's gonna try and make a name off of me. So it's proven to myself that I'm still coming up, and I'm still rising, and I'm still gonna be even bigger and better. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm coming off 2 losses. Like that shit eats at you. You know, it's not easy having to rebound from that. So Gregor's gonna have to face he gonna have to get the worst of it, but I'm gonna make sure I give it to him.
So what's the priority here for you, man? Is it just making sure that somehow you get your hand raised? If it's ugly, it's ugly. You know, it is what it is. Or is it something? Or do you got to go out there and perform a certain way or accomplish a certain thing?
For me, it's about being focused and showing my complete game, and whatever happens is gonna happen from there. But I want to listen to my coaches. I want to hone in and really dial in all my tools, and then whatever's gonna happen from there is up to whatever. But for me, it's gonna be about sticking to the game and improving more than anything.
So without tipping your hand, I mean, how do you see this one going? Is this going to be a grimy, dirty, kind of grinding fight, or do you think you can go out there and do something explosive or impressive?
Yeah, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna let him know, like, right out the gate, this ain't no wrestling match. Like, he's gonna know he is in a fight for 15 minutes or less. If he can't stand it, I'm gonna let him know, like, we fighting. This ain't no, we ain't competing, we ain't having fun. No, I'm coming to fight.